Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to the Neighborhood Conversations. We haven't been on in a while. Hope summer was good. Hope you got some time to go outside, feel the heat, and all that good stuff. I'm in Toronto, so I feel like I've gotten a lot of sun. It's cloudy today, but hey, we're back with another impactful conversation, very important conversation. And today we have the amazing Tia Upshaw once again from BWIE, Black Women in Excellence, someone who strives to do amazing work, powerful work, and says it real, authentic, someone who is amazing, a great friend. Tia Offjaw, how are you? How are you?
Well, that introduction is so good. I'm telling you. I am good, Templeton. Thank you. I do miss you over here in the East Coast, though. We do miss Templeton, I promise. But I'm doing great. And how are you?
I'm good. It's always good to have different impactful conversations. I'm so happy that we're starting off with you as we begin to end summer and bring fall in. Are you ready for fall?
Yeah, I am. I love fall.
Yeah.
When I'm not gonna say if you're a black person, but if you're a heavy set person, we don't embrace the summer. We don't embrace it. We want the fall. We
Yeah.
need some chill through our spine and through our clothes.
Yeah. I totally agree with that statement. Toronto had some good, sweaty, hot weather today,
Yeah.
this summer, so it was in between. But we're now getting the cool. We can feel the breeze and
At
everything
night.
at
Yeah.
night. Actually, during the day too,
Oh.
which is really nice. So that's pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, Tia, I want to just give a light to remind people of your organization. So can you share a little bit as we go into the conversation what BWIE is and how people can get involved? Yeah, let's go into that.
Absolutely. So BWIE, also known as Black Women in Excellence, is a non-for-profit organization based out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, and Kelowna, BC. And our mandate is to educate, encourage, and inspire Black women entrepreneurs to be, self-sufficient and scalable businesses. We have bigger mandates when it comes to networking, collaborating, partnering, providing platforms for Black women entrepreneurs to be celebrated and showcased. And how people can get involved, go to my Instagram, go to my TikTok, go to my Facebook, or you can just go to the website. The website is bwiecanada.com. Instagram pages, all social media, including TikTok, is at BLK Women in Excellence.
Hey, that's really amazing. And you just had a pitch competition. How was the outcome of that pitch competition? I know
Well,
you were part of it last year, so I want to hear the
yeah,
outcome.
you weren't here this year. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, what I will say is we didn't do the pitch competition yet. This year we elevated it, of course, knowing me. I like elevation, leveling up.
yeah.
And we decided to break it up into two different segments this year. So what we did just accomplish and complete it was our pitch practice day.
Oh,
And
wow.
our pitch practice day was at the Dalmore Buddy Day Learning Institute in Halifax. Shout out to Dalmore Buddy Day Learning Institute and all the staff and Sylvia Paris. And we had a partnership with St. Mary's University, Arthur, Arthur, sorry, Arthur L. Irving Entrepreneurship Center.
Mhm.
And they came in and they did presentations all morning. Jason Turner was the head of that. And then we had our fabulous pitch coaches in the afternoon. So it was well. My biggest takeaway from it was seeing 17 Black women work on their pitch decks, 17 Black women build confidence, 17 Black women collaborate, partner, and talk to each other. And of that 17 Black women, we this year have one from New Brunswick. Shout out to Sasha, and we have two from New Brunswick. Shout out to Faith and Aaliyah. One from PEI, which is Sasha. Shout out to Sasha. So we have now opened up to the Pan Atlantic, right?
Yeah.
So we're just going with it. So our actual pitch day will be September 23rd. I will
Wow.
send you the link,
Yes.
Templeton, and you'll be able to watch it. It's going to be live streamed from M4 Media Canada. It's going to be a whole vibe. Trust me.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm excited for this year's pitch competition. I've been seeing the persons who are going to be on and looking at the different business and the Black women. That's really, really, really amazing. And kudos to you. Is this the second time doing
This is
this?
the second
Woo!
year, and it's going to be an annual thing. We're
Yeah,
actually hoping to take it through the Pan Atlantic next year, like to travel with it to New
right.
Brunswick, PEI, Newfoundland, and Nova Scotia.
That is amazing. I think that that's going to be
I
big and
know.
as it go and it's growing. So that's a good opportunity to inspire other Black women entrepreneurs to do better and to be better,
Absolutely.
to collaborate and to connect. Speaking about collaborating, connecting, partnering, and bringing that all together, Black organizations are making moves around Canada. And we know they are in need for more partnerships and connecting with each other. How do you feel about the connecting right now in today's world? Do you feel, well, in Canada, do you feel like there needs to be more of it?
There absolutely does need to be more of it. And I'm going to speak with regards to the ecosystem, the
Mhm.
business ecosystem throughout Canada, with regards to organizations that work with entrepreneurs.
Right.
Because that's what I specialize in. That's what I, eat, breathe, and shit every day. It's
Yeah.
entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It's there. The
Yeah.
money's there. The
Right.
government's throwing out money left, right, and center. Um, and I shouldn't say it's there. I should say the opportunities are there. But I find that there's a lot of gatekeeping
Yeah.
with the Black organizations with regards to entrepreneurship, and this is throughout Canada. This is not just in Nova Scotia, and I say that because I'm a witness to it. I've lived it. I started Black Women in Excellence in 2020. We're going on 3 years old September,
Right.
and the amount of Black organizations I've been able to partner with have been two in 3 years. The amount of white organizations I've been able to partner with have been 17. So for me, the same way I approach, a white man organization is the same way I would approach a Black one.
Yeah.
And why is there discrepancies in those numbers? And for me, when I'm having conversations at, round tables, different group events, different community engagements, I bring this topic to the table a lot. My thing is, you have certain Black organizations that have made a name for themselves in Canada, who've been around for decades and eons, that are able to obtain this core funding. They're able to obtain millions of dollars, thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And what they should be instructed to do, or at least kind of guided to do, is partner with a grassroots organization that is similar to what they're doing.
Yeah.
And the reason being is not just to benefit the grassroots organization, but it's going to benefit the organization that's been around a long time because, you have a big team, you're fighting different fires, different battles. You don't have time to be in the community, but guess who does? The
Yeah.
small grassroots organizations that are building up are in the communities. They're with the people. They're listening to the stories. They know what's out there that's a need and not a want.
Mhm.
And I think we need to do better at it. We definitely need to do better at it. And I said for 2024, I'm going to make it a point to continuously reach out to Black ran organizations with regards to the entrepreneurship landscape in the ecosystem.
Wow, that's really amazing. And I feel like I totally agree. Going in grassroots organizations are definitely in the community doing the hard
Yeah.
work, trying to talk, trying to connect, trying to make that connection, trying to make that understanding of what that community need. And it's really important. What can we do better to connect, and how do we define a meaningful connection when it comes down to community?
Well, what we can do better to connect is to show up. Number one.
Yeah.
We need to show up. We need to show up for one another's events,
Yeah.
one another's, accomplishments, celebrations, business openings, organization grand openings. We just need to show up. And I find in our community as a Black community that we don't do that. We definitely don't. Black Women in Excellence, me, Tia, I show up to everything.
Yeah. I see you.
Literally. You
Yeah.
don't have to be African Nova Scotian.
Right.
You can be Caribbean. You can be from the African diaspora. You can be African Nova Scotian. Doesn't matter to me. I
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
And I don't show up off of free complimentary tickets every time. I show up when I pay the money to actually show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that same respect is not reciprocated.
Yeah.
because Black Women in Excellence puts on a lot of events. Networking events are monthly. We have community engagements every 90 days. We get the pitch competition. We have workshops that are all online, virtual based. And where's the people?
Wow.
Where's the people? So
This,
showing up.
I look forward to my family's security in the future. That's the main goal as a father.
The empowerment from changing careers has really just made me want to get out of bed in the morning.
I'm looking forward to growing my business. So I want to hire people like I was hired. I want to give guys that chance.
Il me fera plaisir de continuer à travailler avec les immigrants francophones en Nouvelle-Écosse.
I am looking forward to the financial freedom that I never had before.
respecting time too. I feel like when people say that they're gonna show up, please show up. Don't
It's
like
my pet peeve, Templeton.
it gets me upset sometimes when someone says that they're gonna. I know life happens. We totally agree. But if you're gonna make a lame excuse not to show up into, or if you're gonna lie about the excuse just to get out of it, or say I'm just gonna say this just to get out of it, please don't do that. I think that when you're investing in you're seeing your friend, your family, or just a colleague or someone who you respect, that's doing best in the organization and they're trying to vision forward, supporting and connecting is really important, but also showing up, that you said, making that commitment just to be present there. And I guarantee 100% it means a lot. It's an encouragement when you see faces that you know that are there. It shows a lot. That, I mean, for me, I know that when I see your face here, when I see other people's faces at events, that even if I'm emceeing or I'm there, I lit up. I get to be myself. I get to do authentically better than I think I was going to do. And so like it gives you that comfortableness to move forward with it. Yeah.
You're 100% right. And you do light up. You do get the vibes are different. You're like, oh, my peeps are here. It is a whole different thing. And it encourages you to keep doing the work that you're doing also.
Right.
And for your second part of that question, what is meaningful relationship or partnerships to me is an intentional partnership where both parties are equally going to walk away and benefit.
Yeah.
It's not one organization that, may be white ran, but they have money to deal and work in the marginalized communities. So let me go to the Black girl for BWIE. Let's get her on a partnership. And there's no benefit to her, but we're getting all the benefit because we're reporting back to the government and saying we did all this when indeed it was Black Women in Excellence. That is not a meaningful partnership. That is you're using an individual for what they've accomplished in their community and how they built up their own network. And that I don't like.
Oh, listen, I don't even want to get into that because I've experienced something like that, especially when another organization is partnering and then the other organization takes credit for it. And they write it in their report, and now making the government feel like they actually take charge of that organization, of that initiative, where it's not. So I experienced something like that recently, a couple months ago, and I broke out. I broke out into outrage because I said, like, how dare you? How dare you?
The audacity.
To take knowledge. And the thing about it is, like, you're moving it forward, like it was ever yours, and it birthed out of something from a different conversation. And how dare you? The audacity that makes, and I think that I've learned my lesson on making sure that you have a memorandum of understanding. Making sure, like partnerships, you got to make sure the legal documents are signed when connecting and making partnership with you. Yes, I feel that what we used to do is have conversations and just agree, shake hands, and that's about it. And we move forward in community and make partnerships. But no, I feel like that there needs to be, of course, that written agreement so that we can go back to the contract or we go back to that. It isn't say that we cannot edit or modify the agreement, but it's just showing the accountability, the liability, and also the hard work from both sides of the organizations that are connecting. And I feel like that's really important. You just woke me up on that one just now.
No, it's a thing. I've been stung twice.
Yeah.
And I said never again. So now when I reach out to people, I reach out with them with the intention of exactly what I want. And I show them how it's going to benefit them, benefit me. I put the number out there, what I'm looking for. I tell them what I need, what I want, how much, where, when, why, and how. I do it. And my I have my own MOU. So that organization may have one. You can send me yours. I'll sign it, but I'm going to send you mine. And I need it signed because I have to protect, what I built through BWIE. I have to protect my credibility. I have to protect, everything that I had to bounce back from to get to where I'm at today. Mm-hmm. So you can only be stung, they say 3 times. It only happened to me twice. It will never happen again.
Oh, it only happened to me once. And I say, no, I've learned my lesson on that because it's really important because you want to make meaningful connections. You want to build truthful build with and I think that
you want longevity. You want longevity, Templeton. I don't like, and that's just another part to that part with the meaningful. When I reach out for partnerships, it's not a one-off. No, that is not my objective. My objective is a long-term. And I just spoke to another organization that we partnered with in February, just yesterday or the day before, and we're looking at building a yearly for 2 events to do it over a consecutive 4-year to 5-year period. Mm-hmm. So we're looking at that longevity. Yeah. Because as they said to me, it's like, Tia, we have the money, but you got the blueprint. Well, we can't do what you do.
No. Right. And that speaks to the power of each other's organization and
absolutely.
You have more power and ways to do this. Okay, let's make it that way. Let's try to pull weights in that way. And I feel like that's what organizations, Black organizations, organizations in general, that's what they need to do when connected. Think about the long term. Think about where we're going ahead, how we're building, how we're growing together, and not trying to pull each other back, not trying to say, oh, I'm taking the credit for this one. No, if we're signing something together, it's a we collective, and we're doing it together, and we're connecting together.
Absolutely.
Of course, give credit to where work is due. If it's BWIE who did majority of that work, give credit. Thank you so much.
And vice versa.
Thank you so much, Teamwork Cooperative, for the work that you've done on the media side. Or thank you so much, without other organization that's done the work. What makes you want to partner with an organization, and what is the powerful tool to keep that engagement going?
Well, what makes me want to partner with any organization? It will be the fact that I know that I can't accomplish everything that I want to accomplish through BWIE by myself. Yeah. BWIE cannot grow, it cannot be sustainable, and it cannot have longevity alone. Yeah. And I understand that through me being an entrepreneur and having several businesses. You use the example, I had a cleaning company. My cleaning company could not have scaled to the magnitude it did if I did not have employees. Yeah. It's the same thing in building partnerships. You have to outsource, you have to bring people in to build a team. You can call it a team or you can call it a partnership. I like to say a team because we're collectively doing this together. Right. So for me, that's why I'm really passionate about it. And it's not just about the money, because sometimes people will come to me and say, we have $250,000. We want you to run this program. We want 4 16-weekers out of you, blah, blah, blah. And depending on what their mandate is and where the money came from and how they're going to operate, I may say no. So it's not about the money. It is about the meaningful partnerships, where it's going, how it's going to be reciprocated on both ends, and if we're both going to benefit.
I like that. The impact.
Well, it is definitely the impact. It's definitely the impact. If there's no impact, I don't want it. No. I want for me to be a Black organization to partner, say, with a white organization, white Ram one, or not even just white, other than Black. Yeah. And they have a great relationship with me, a positive relationship, and they loved it. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to be more open to partner with other Black organizations along the way. And if I get in with that organization and I'm like, we did a great job, I'm like, you know what? I know you guys are going for funding for this, but here's another organization that actually, is a pro in that field. I don't deal with employment. Yeah. I deal with self-employment. There's a difference. Yeah. I don't deal in tech. No. I deal with just small startups, grassroots businesses. So you have to stay in your lane. And that's what I do. I stay in my lane.
Yeah. Stay in your lane until your name called.
Absolutely.
As your name calls, stay in your lane, grow in your area, and
Yeah.
expand, then you can do that. But stay where you're. I wouldn't say where you're comfortable, but where you are moving forward.
Well, and stick to your mandate.
Yeah.
Stick to a mandate you started. You had a vision and a mission for your organization or business.
Yeah.
You can rebrand, you can change it, but don't change it and go back to your original vision. You can't bounce around whenever the money's there. So that's another thing I don't like either. Don't bounce around because there's money. I had a conversation with a colleague, and I said, it's so funny because someone said to me, "Oh, Tia, there's new money out there for women who are at risk of domestic violence and who are identified as non-binary." And I said, "Okay, well, why wouldn't you go after that money?" And I'm like, "Why would I?"
Wow,
It's
not my lead. It's a great opportunity, but if I was actually doing that, or if that's my target area.
I was shocked, and this was someone who's been in non-for-profit 30 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I wouldn't do that. But what I would do is send me that information so I can forward that over to Empowerment for Hope.
Yeah. And that's what you do. You share with other
literally.
And that's what we need to do as people who are organizations, sharing other opportunities so that, hey, we're all benefiting, we're all growing together.
We're all eating at this table, Templeton. And I'm a firm believer, and I say to my fiance, I say to my children, I say to people in general, there is enough out there for all of us to eat.
Yes, speak it.
Mm-hmm. We don't have to gatekeep. We don't have to drag each other down behind closed doors. We don't have to do that in the Black community, but that's all that's being done all the time.
Right. Wow. It's so powerful to think how we all are eating at the table. Every one of us, we have the same plate design. We have the same cup design. We may have different food or different spot meals on the plate. But what matters is that we're all one at that table.
We're all sitting here.
Yeah, we're all sitting there. And the tables, the chairs might look the same and everything. And everything is there. It's just that we have to understand our differences by accepting each other, being vulnerable with each other, but also being there to support each other and to connect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tia, this has been such a powerful conversation. Before you go, I say, tell us your favorite African proverb, quote, or tip to help other Black organizations grow with each other, instead of against each other.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do I'm going to do all three. So the African proverb, wrote this down this morning. I am because we are. And since we are, therefore I am. That's number one. And that aligns just what we spoke about today.
Yeah.
The second one would be advice. It is not going to be easy, but it will be worth it.
Yeah.
And my favorite and last but not least, my quote, it is a beautiful day to be a Black woman.
Oh, that is so good. Tia Upshaw, everyone. Tia, thank you so much for taking the opportunity to come on to the Neighborhood Conversations to start off our fall. Oh, I'm so excited to bring the fall heat, and you brought the heat into this conversation. And we thank you for where we're going to head, and we look forward to more conversations. Have a great day.
Of course. Thank you very much, Templeton. See us.
Yes, yes.
This podcast is funded by the Government of Nova Scotia.